Fala galera, beleza? Sejam todos bem-vindos ao BEMF GAMER RAIZ para darmos início aqui à nossa live de sexta-feira, 7 de julho de 2023, onde iremos continuar a jogar Final Fantasy XVI. Então, para você que já vai chegando aí na live, eu te peço aí, deixa aí aquele like, se inscreve no canal caso ainda não seja inscrito, ative aí o sininho para novas notificações e se você não é Nutella, é gamer raiz assim como eu, te convido a continuar a nossa jornada. Lembrando que é a primeira vez, né, que eu estou jogando Final Fantasy XVII, então os spoilers estão proibidos. Bom, então vamos nessa. Antes da gente seguir aqui a missão principal, vamos fazer aqui uma caçada. Repouso de Marta. Só um minutinho ali. Só lembrar aqui aonde que é o... Back. Esqueci o nome daquela cidade que eles não gostam de escravos. Rincão Senatorial. É aqui, deixa eu ver. Eu acho que é aqui mesmo. Vai ter uma saída pra cá, ó. Cara, eu jurava que era aqui. Pino. Deixa eu ver a dica de novo ali. Isso aqui é uma falha, né, pessoal? Tinha que ter jeito da gente abrir os menus antes.
You're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
Errou almas. Campos de Corava. Olha onde que é o deserto? Não, é aqui, ó. Então vamos fazer a principal mesmo, né? Vamos falar com a Mids. A chata. Filha do Cid. É pra cá. Pra cá.
Might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Hippocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
Fale com Apócrates. Apócrates é o velho da biblioteca? Vamos ver se ele tem alguma ideia para dar pra gente.
Thanks to Sid.
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Dá uma olhada no bilhete aí pra mim, meu senhor.
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, as you can imagine. She's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. An obelisk complaint. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragon fire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelisk might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, the knowledge of the past may...
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave
É
the
óbvio que eu vou
decision
levar a
as to
Jill
who will go with
comigo.
whom in your capable hands, Clive. So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited. effects for which they were once high. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested all now, of course. They can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
Então vá para o rincão senatorial.
Now, where's Jill?
There's talk that the Glassgate flood has finally spread.
Do you see anything you like?
Melhorador? O que é isso? Ah. Espada.
And a fine, fine day to
Get them
you.
pilchard nice and chilled. I won't have you spoiling another catch.
Those Pepio nuts? You can never tell.
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split?
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Up! You'll not find a bruised pippin in the... Fresh cuts! Come and get them before...
Any cheiro,
friendly
viajante.
innkeeper is a friend of mine. Ah, yes. Good day.
Comprei alho.
What do you want? Go on, take it.
Castanhas de pépio.
Good riddance.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
E aí, Jill?
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
Certeza.
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells?
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh,
You all right?
sorry. It's just... You're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive.
Ei, Clive, 3 vezes pede música no Fantástico, hein? Deixou ela no vácuo já 3 vezes.
Well, I suppose we best be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Hippocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
Bom, vamos voltar?
I wonder how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
Thanks to see it.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Talia how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions and...
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
Tchau, meninas.
Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other, followed by a rigorous process of testing, and perhaps someone ought to warn young men of...
Leave it to me. Thank you.
Vamos lá falar com a chata.
Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Ugh, I'm never drinking again, no matter whose funeral it is.
Peguei aqui alguns pontos de habilidade. Acho que não vai ser necessário para pegar. Oh, vai sim. E tiro o que eu disse.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back, son.
Drama do portador. Vou pegar 2 meteoritos, grande porcaria.
You earned this.
Próximo aqui eu preciso ter 715 de renome.
All done?
Já eu volto aí, Mugo.
might need some help.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Com certeza.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Bimboca de parafuseta.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest salmon you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off
É
to
possível
get
que eu tenho que fazer isso tudo de novo.
Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Captain. Com Otto. Temos missões. Ah. Vai aumentar alguma coisa, hein? 2 missões secundárias aqui para fazer. Uma vai me dar algum tipo de upgrade. Eu tenho também algumas caçadas. Meus aposentos.
He cracked the crystal too.
3, na verdade. Um minuto, gente.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
Cara, essas missões secundárias, já falei aqui algumas vezes, né? Esse jogo não são legais, cara.
Told me she was building a ship.
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto might be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it's maybe my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's gonna take some time, and I'm gonna need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each.
É isso?
5 million each.
5 milhões pra casa.
They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and well, I must have made some sort of...
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make...
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Vai, moleque de recados.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are.
A little something Sid and I set aside for, and I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, asses to wipe.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really?
You know.
No, I don't.
Não acho. Entregue o rubi estelar para Marta e Isabel. Marta não vai morrer hoje.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again?
Something like that. Most days, I think.
Same as always. Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, probably knew that without his... Sid may have been the fate...
Eu vou passar isso aqui, tá, pessoal? Isso tá bem chato, essas missão secundária aqui. Tô pagando dívidas. Bela missão.
There's talk at the glass gate. How the hell is anyone supposed to afford...
Agora eu posso transitar sem nenhum dos guardas me encher aqui a paciência.
I sent to the capital for a new barrel.
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness.
Então foi tudo em vão. Aqui perdendo tempo.
Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son.
Otto had a son.
Long ago. Yes, and blamed himself. I don't know how this son...
Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
Cara, quer ver que essa missão vai terminar só fazendo isso? É ou não é chato essas missões secundárias? Nenhuma, cara, que salva. As das caçadas são legais, mas essas aqui...
Goat. So Lady Karen...
Ah, but she was just too stubborn to take. She threw it right back in my...
Karen...
A Carol.
Lady Karen, Goat tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you like my hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you...
Of course not. But surely you wouldn't...
Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid... Might be at that. You won't...
Tá. Feito ou não, vamos para a próxima.
I hear you ended up... Thanks to this lot. Or sometimes...
Speak...
Oh...
I've seen that before.
Yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit...
I knew so little.
I must. Before he died, back it was equipped with me. That was the man who couldn't... Right, I'm not gonna... Luckily, it and it through.
Flashback?
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. wouldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather goat were at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine.
Caneca, velho.
For the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Vou fazer essa aqui, que essa aqui vai me dar algum tipo de bônus.
I think Mid might need some help tidying up.
Well. Here, Sid. Reckon you might...
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic.
Alambique que a chefe me mandou fazer. Equipamento bem útil.
Split in, problem it, which is why.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too.
Proper.
So what exactly?
Nothing but bomb activities. You pour them something.
Usa o quadro de casada para localizar um bomba rex. Ah, isso aqui vai ser legal, hein? Vamos ver o nível do bicho. Nível B. Uma rompe-maldição a caminho da perseguição imperial tomou o caminho errado e foi parar em uma floresta próxima. Encontrou as ruínas de uma aeronave dos decaídos. Dentro, uma fera que aparentava ser uma grande bola de fogo a perseguiu e a fez sair correndo gritando. A soldada posteriormente identificou a criatura como um almanaque dos ecos, mas insistiu que a bomba que ela viu tinha 10 vezes o tamanho da que estava retratada. Esta próxima. Nave dos decaídos. Sala imperial. Bomba Rex. Pra cá, hein? Aqui, ó. Dragonita.
Get him. Go, Torgal. Get him. This one.
Eles não são pares para mim.
Time to fight.
Caçada Imperial. Área nova. Eita. Não dá para entrar na casa. Acho que eu achei, hein?
What we have here. Greetings, Your Majesty. This one.
Vamos tratar fogo contra fogo. Perto. ganhei alguns troféus, cara. Isso. Brasa de bomba.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more.
Ah, tá. Achei que eu ia ter que matar mais esses bichos.
That should do it. If the wine needs more than this, he can fetch it himself.
Exatamente. Se você quiser mais, ele que venha buscar.
Is that the thing Tomes helped with?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
All right there, Sid? How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it. You're a gent, Sid. Let nothing say otherwise. Right then.
Vamos ver o que eu vou ganhar com isso aqui.
There we have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's
Cara, eu fiz tudo isso pra construir uma lareira.
good it will do for the hideaways.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that, huh?
What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag,
Well, it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
Isso aqui vai ser bom, hein? Tentar minha
leave it with
bolsa de
me.
poções.
I'll only be a mo. Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more.
Right?
Thank you.
No, for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. And I'm telling you.
Olha, rapaz, agora eu posso levar 6 poções, 4 super poções. Muito bom. Very good. Isso sim foi uma recompensa para uma missão besta. Até que a missão foi até legalzinha, não vou falar nada não. Missões caçadas geralmente são.
Think Mid might need some help.
told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
He cracked the crystal too.
Poder da pena? Oi. Casa de Ferreiro 2.
Hopefully it's nothing.
Vai também me trazer algum tipo de benefício? Vamos olhar. Olhar a outra também.
What could be wrong with Torgor?
É do Blackthorn primeiro que vai me dar algum tipo de benefício.
Blackthorn.
Not really, no.
This won't take. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. And you might still be doubting your craft. Perhaps sharing a thought.
That bastard's like a dog. Still,
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but you could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway.
So that's what's troubling.
No. Not.
And if you knew how we could arm the curse, but
That's about it.
I'll see what I can. Sharper swords are always when we can't have them.
You're a soft, but I can't see it.
Thank you.
Se me dar uma espada melhor, seria excelente.
Let's see what Karen knows about this sword. I got your note. You think something's wrong with...
So you can read. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said he used to love crack, didn't like him. You've not been working him too.
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy?
What was it you said he was?
That's what the lawsman seems to...
Then maybe this all has something to do with...
I suppose things happen, differences. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? How were they
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single...
running around after him?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where...
You think I tell people who my clients? I suppose you're not fine. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons, and he's got more money than sense. We reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamit.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh. And he's...
I appreciate the warning.
Eu tô fazendo duas missões ao mesmo tempo.
Lawsman.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. She says he's hard.
I rather think she... All canids, and I see no reason... If we assume... It may well be that the bones-laid frost wolves are... As to where one...
I don't recall ever seeing...
And little one, the last...
Even so.
Good hunting.
Bom, vamos lá para Dalemio.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
St. Drake's Fang is gone. The whole Mother Crystal gone. What are we gonna do?
Calm yourself. We don't know for sure.
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? No. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword.
Ah, you know Lady Karen.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage.
You have but to state it. You are welcome.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse.
I don't suppose you saw what the thieves...
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf, every ill-gotten coin in Dalamal is said to pass through that disreputable...
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence.
That will be very kind.
Farewell.
Vamos lá para o canto do larápio. Eu? Cá. Comprar alguma coisa com 2000 pontos de habilidade? Vamos lá localizar os bandidos. Olá, Luísa Fernanda. Estou muito bem. E você, como é que tá? Bom, os bandidos... Vou matar esse escorpião aqui. Bom que eu ganho uns pontos de AP. Bem... Pra cá. 140 metros. O órgão não cansa, né, de ficar correndo aí pelo deserto. Olha ele aí! Tio Denó, vamos matar os magos primeiro aqui. Já? Dá um ave fênix aqui. Dá um socão no popó aqui. Agora que eu vi que eu tô sem poção, cara. Adeus, meu amigo.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Delamel.
Cara, eu tô pensando que o Clive vai levar isso aqui nas costas? Cadê a carruagem dele?
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the... But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness.
Lendário.
A mineral quite foreign to this great
Mineral que é
realm of
exótico do
ours.
nosso grande rei.
And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together the very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However...
So I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector. I am one step ahead of the
There are many other collectors out there.
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield. And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Coming, my lordship.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
Vou trocar minha espada, aceito de bom grado. Acho isso aqui uma skin feia demais, cara.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you
learned something.
I did better.
A whetstone?
Yes.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your lot.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to get...
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I walk. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it. Swords that the curse break. Nah. No point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax. But finishing our blades with a... And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hardware. Just imagine it. Good Valesthian. I won't make a copy now.
I'm sure the curse breaker just...
I'll be what? Hey, I owe you one.
You'll be happy to.
And I'll see it up my... You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
Quais materiais são necessários? Excalibur!
Clive? What do you want?
Cara, eu só preciso desse couro de Grimalkin. Eu acho que eu tenho essa caçada aqui, não? Grimalkin. Vou até olhar aqui.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Ah, vou caçar esse bicho aqui agora. Ele agora. Vai abastecer minhas poções, né? Aqui eu vou enfrentar um monstro poderoso.
And what can I do for you? You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Finished, are you?
Esse bicho esquisito aqui. Come pernas.
This one. Get him. All yours, Torgal.
Quase upando aqui um nível. Acho que eu não vou conseguir upar antes de enfrentar o monstro lá, mas tá bom. Rosas do deserto. Terraço de 2.9. E passar onde tinha aquela carruagem que tava bloqueando aqui, ó. Não tá mais. Quase, hein? Quase dá pra upar. Que vai estar por aqui, ó. Então, solar.
This one. All yours, Torgal. Over here.
Mais um come ternos aqui pra encher o saco.
You're finished.
Pega os itens aqui, né? Tô dando sopa. Gilóptero, vou chamar de girocóptero. Mais cães solar? Não, isso é Nax selvagem.
Over here.
Eu já ia perguntando cadê o bicho. Ainda tem mais caminho aqui pra baixo. Olha lá ele, ó. Preciso do seu couro pra fazer a Excalibur. Eu sei só.
Playtime for the pack, is it? Let me introduce you to
Até quando vai ficar mandando seus filhos e não vai me enfrentar, hein? E aí?
And then there was one.
Vamos ver se você é o bichão brabo mesmo, hein? Peguei o bicho agora. Easy peasy. Tô precisando justamente disso aqui, cara.
That wasn't too bad, was it, Torgal?
Ah, Blackthorn, quero fazer a Scaribud.
Back, are ya? Not saying forwarding, do you? No scratches, all right?
Posso forçá-la.
Anything else?
Bom, agora é só fazer essa missão secundária aqui. Presilda.
She had a man. Finger, mop it there. Please, teach me.
Eu não reparei se eu tinha upado um nível. Tem o bicho lá. Vou testar aqui. Como é que o bicho tá fraco? É, tá quase.
Just the one of you, eh? Over here! This one. Get him!
Tá pessoal? Finalmente.
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal? All yours, Torgal. This one.
Bom, é isso que eu preciso para completar a missão. Matar esses antílopes.
Now. Will it be enough, I wonder?
Isso para pegar um osso pro cachorro?
I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsman our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Fala com a mulher ainda.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off. So, Bob, oh, now it's... You can, aye. In with...
Nossa, eu tenho que falar com o velho ainda, velho.
Clive. Were you able to...
We weren't.
Very
good.
You about the fan. That toggle may be consensual, and that number has only one...
Here.
Muito bem. Bom, pessoal, dando aí 2 horas aí de live, vou encerrar a nossa live por hoje. Muitíssimo obrigado a todos aí que acompanharam. Valeu aí pelos likes, valeu pelos compartilhamentos. E amanhã nós não teremos live, tá? Mas a gente volta normalmente aí no domingo, a partir das 9 horas da noite. Obrigado, fiquem com Deus. Vou nessa. É bom a beça. Fui!